First of all, we've never lost a customer to a competitor ever. So every customer we've ever interacted with, we still have today, and they still come back when they want to work with us.
Talk to me about the way you view customer relationships.
I think, like we said, it's everything we do in this business is down to relationships, and we've built the entire business on relationships. Obviously, we talked about our CSAT being, typically the highest in Europe or globally, which is a huge factor from that. But the other thing I'd like to point people to all the time when I'm with new clients or prospects is the multi-year relationships we've got. So first of all, we've never lost a customer to a competitor ever. So every customer we've ever interacted with, we still have today, and they still come back when they want to work with us.
That's just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, so we got 100% retention rate.
And that's probably the like so unusual.
I don't know. To me, it was like, of course I'm not going anywhere. I mean, why would, like, our ethos we tell the guys is we tell them to make the customer needs to feel like they would be crazy to go somewhere else. Yeah. That's how they need to feel. They need to be thinking, if we didn't work with, why would we do that? Yeah, and we want them to think that, and by over delivering all the time and giving everything we can. And so we tell our customers all the time when we're in meetings, like, we've got people like our initial customers who are now into their it'll be third year now and fourth year in January of working with Flyform, 4 years, and then other customers 3 years, 2 years, and they're not through one contract. Those contracts have been tendered, renewed multiple times, and we keep re-winning and staying there because they want to work with us now because they trust us. Yes. So trust is the biggest thing. They know they can come to me and ask me, and I've told customers and prospects that what they're asking me to do will make me money, but it's not in their best interest. I've actually turned people away from the product.
Saying it's not good for you.
I've just said, you know what, this is like ServiceNow is it's a premium end product now. It is. Yeah. There are a lot of cheaper competitors out there.
Like buying the iPhone instead of the Huawei.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And some people will come and they'll be trying to talk me about pricing, and I say trying to talk me. I still host all the calls. I'll still do the calls. I won't just say to people, look, you haven't got enough budget for this. Let's get into the weeds and see what you're really trying to achieve. And sometimes I'll just say, do you know what, for what you want to do and for what you're paying, and you've mentioned those other products to me, you probably don't need this. You probably are, it's cliche now, but you're probably using a sledgehammer to smash a nut. And if you want to do that because you've got future plans, great, we work with you on those. But if not, I don't want to force this sale down your throat. And sometimes those people come back, whether then or in a year, and go, man, we still want this. We want to work with you. And we've even had clients who were torn on product, but they were so committed to Flyform. They've said, you know what, we kind of stuck between these two products, and yours is more expensive, but we want to work with you so badly that we'll come and do that. And we had a funny example the other day where, which client was it? We're closing a deal with, I can't remember who the client is. We're closing a particular deal at the moment. I do remember who it is. It's a furnishing major retailer in the UK. It's a nice one. And they wanted 2 references, and one was from a client that was one of our reference clients. And one of them they wanted to speak to, which is, I don't know how you'd ever set this up anyway. They wanted to speak to a customer that had left us to go to another partner. And I said, well, that's great, because that's never happened. But
my God.
It's never happened. But by the way, I pick up customers from other partners all the time. So how about I put you in touch with one of the ones that's just come to us from one of our competitors, and you can ask them the polar opposite questions instead. And that was the truth. And they were just they were blown away.
I love that. Because you know what?
In fact, I got to give Adam credit for that, because his line of not only telling him it's never happened, but flipping it into actually it's never happened, but you can speak to one of the ones that's joined us from the other competitors. That was Adam. That was Lieutenant Dallas all over it.
You know what's really funny? When I hear that and I replay that back in my mind, it's like what you just said to them, no one has said.
Yeah.
They've just had 10 conversations with 10 different companies, and you said something completely different to the other 9. Yeah. That's how I play that back in myself.
Definitely, yeah.
And so there's no, fundamentally, you're working with people that resonate with you.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's what you want. You don't want the other 9.
If they don't, no, we don't. And it's a real, that is probably the biggest challenge when you're starting out, is trying to accept that. Yeah. Because you kind of, when you're living in the fear of starting a new business, you need to make the money, right? So it's like, and do you want to know the truth? We have worked with customers that didn't resonate with us.
Because you had to survive.
I was so, we needed, we wanted the revenue, we needed the money. It was like, we got to take everything we can get, and this kind of mentality. But
that's only for a short period of time.
Absolutely, right? Yeah. And and those clients have been ejected from us now. So we will fire customers on our side. We won't let them leave to us, but we will tell customers, actually, we don't want to do this type of business no more. And that's either because we've had clients who've they just treat us badly. They're underhand with us, and they want to pull the wool over and do things. Do you know what? We don't do. We recently were in middle of a tender. We worked real hard for a number of months, and then they tried to pull some sneaky moves on us basically at the end. And I just dropped them. I dropped an email and I had a phone call, and I just said, I disagree with what you're saying, but we just don't do business like that. I said, I really want to work with you. We love the project, but if this is how it's going to be, we're happy to not bother. I said, we don't need the work. We got plenty of work. We're trying to decide who to work with. And I said to Adam before the call, I said, if they go off and they come back and say, guys, we've made a big mistake, we really need Flyform, I said, then we'll consider going back. But otherwise, let's just walk away. Yeah. So we did that. And then they did come back crawling back, and they did want to work with us. And I think you can't do that at the start. I mean, maybe you can do it at the start. I don't know. I didn't have the nerve. I didn't have the balls to do it at the start, you know. Yeah. And it did sting me in different ways. I think over time there was, it was a little bit challenging on and off, and some of the stuff. And I wonder sometimes maybe if I'd cut that, maybe I'd have opened up another door. I don't know. I didn't. Because
but you can't look back.
No, not at all. No, it is what it is.
You've got to go forward.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you're now in a situation where you can do what exactly you want to.
Exactly. And I think that's a huge thing. Getting that alignment is massive, because we also want to work with, our ideal client at the end of the day, clients that are doing transformational projects or want to be going to the cutting edge where we want to go. They're our ideal ones. Like, some customers want you in on the cheapest day rate they can get to solve this tiny challenge, and that's okay, by the way. If that's what they want. Whereas some customers, they're like, we want to completely overhaul our function here. We want to be delivering cutting edge services. We want to be doing the IoT. They've got all these challenges they want to solve. And they view the platform as a strategic investment as opposed to a cost, similar to our conversation earlier. So some customers are viewing this very much as a cost. They're going to spend X money with us, tens or hundreds of thousands, to get these shiny dashboards over here. Like, that's a hard sell. Like, if you view it as a strategic platform where you can grow into it and keep evolving it and make it an ongoing thing and really transform the way you work, those clients are always happier, and they're always better clients for us to work with, because we know the true power of the platform. And we want to work with the people that will take this enterprise-wide and take it to the edge.
Feels like you're looking to work with companies that have a really good long-term approach.
It's definitely a long-term approach.
And that you can quickly see if that's the case or not, just by talking to
them. You can tell, you can bucket people really easy into different, you can tell what type of people they are. And even within the different buckets, and there's different mindsets. Some people who've got a limited budget, it's not about the limitation of the budget, it's about the mindset. Like, do they view this as, can they really work with us to help? We want to help them at the end of the day demonstrate the value to their CFOs, to their internals, to their customers. So if they got the mindset where they want to work with us on that, great. If they think it's just another ITSM tool, it's probably not a good fit for the tool, to be honest, and it's definitely not a good fit for us.